Hey guys. So it's a wee Tapo here, and I know I haven't been on for a while now. Um, and honestly, my intention was not even to come on. As you can see, it's just one of those lazy days for me. I decided that today I'm just gonna take some time to just be silent with the Lord because it's been a really busy like week and like a few days. So yeah, I just took some time now just to get quiet, read the word, and just hear what the Lord um, was saying, I guess, what He was impressing in my heart. And my hope is to come back on. Please mind the way I look, but my hope is to come back on and just give I guess, a quick teaching on, if I could say teaching, on the book of Malachi, because He's just been leading me to go through that. But anyway, that's just me giving you guys a little update on where I have been. Not that you guys really have been asking, but yeah, just for accountability's sake. But what this video really is about, I guess it's just an not a warning. It's like a public service announcement. It's like a caution for us to really be aware of the things that the enemy is throwing at us in this time. And the reason why I say this, um, hmm, I don't even know where to start because it's just, yeah, lately, guys, oh Jesus, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me just say it like this. In two words now that the Lord has allowed me to release, we have spoken about number one, the enemy specifically or intentionally trying to accuse the children of God, um, hoping or banking on I guess the possibility of his accusations denying you of the promise. Do you get me? Or disqualifying you. I don't quite remember the word that it was, but basically just throwing so much accusations at you that you feel like you're unworthy. That was the first one of the first um I guess parts of a word that the Lord brought back to my heart. And the second one, which I think I released before this, is how I also mentioned how it's like a and I'm trying to choose my words wisely because I want you guys to hear me well. But I guess I could say it's like a spirit in a sense has been released, or like a yeah, I could say a spirit has been released, and and from the enemy, and it's the spirit that is sent out to debunk and intimidate, right? So it's to debunk and intimidate the children of God. Um, and I realized that when I released these, so these were two separate words on two separate videos, right? And I realized that the Lord kept on stressing this every time I would come on here and I would release a word that, guys, the enemy is out to debunk what the Lord has said. The enemy is out to intimidate and accuse you. Um, and I think my mistake was actually, in a sense, forgetting that that is actually the enemy's plan and that the Lord has actually exposed that plan. Um, and I've just seen in these couple of days how easy it is for us to fall into this, I guess, this hole of self-pity, just waking up and feeling like, you know what, I'm a terrible person. You start remembering all the terrible things you've ever done in your life. Even like, oh, once I was in grade 4 and I called this girl a bad name. So I'm definitely a terrible person. Like it goes that far, and I remember waking up and even sharing this with my friends that, guys, the best way I can explain it is that I feel accused. I've woken up feeling accused. um and I'm sure that this has been something that some of you guys have been experiencing in this time. You wake up feeling accused, or you wake up feeling unworthy, or you just wake up feeling sinful. Like last night, you were in the spirit, you were like, you were great, and you wake up and you just feel heaviness, and you're like, or you even feel disconnected, you know what I mean? And you're wondering like, what just happened? Like, you get me? It's like I'm waking up in two different worlds. So the Lord just reminded me now that what you have been experiencing is exactly what I told you, that the enemy in this time is out to debunk the word that I've spoken over your life. He's out to devour, he's out to tempt, he's out to disqualify. And there's also a sense of like the enemy is out to humiliate. That's something I've also been seeing in my dreams, that he's out to humiliate. He's out to almost trying to expose your weaknesses. You get what I mean? And for some, he's trying to do it on a small scale. Others, he's trying to do it on a really, really big scale. Regardless of whatever scale it is, he's trying to do it at a level that he knows will get at you the most. And I just watched something that disturbed my spirit so much. And I don't want to get into exactly what it was and what this particular woman was saying, but it just dawned on me that this specific person may not have been operating under the spirit of God, or in love at all. You know what I mean? And without even noticing it, this is a prime example of what the Lord has been speaking to us about. That in this time, the enemy is coming to accuse, he's coming to call you out of your name. You know what I mean? He's out to condemn you, he's out to disqualify you, he's out to humiliate you. Um, and I just wanted to come on here and just, I guess, remind us of that is the time we are in. It's like, I don't know if any of you guys follow Kingdom Influencer. It's Jessica's channel, and she was just speaking about how we need to be, we shouldn't be ignorant to the devices of the enemy, right? That the enemy is so aware of the time you are in. A word that the Lord, or the season that we are in right now, is a season that the Lord confirmed to me just a few days ago, that we are in our time of harvest. Um, and yes, he's spoken about that before, that we are in our sovereign harvest, but he just confirmed it again, that we are truly in this harvest. And Jess was just speaking about how the enemy is aware that you are in your time of winning, you're in your position, you're in your time of blessings. So he's such a sore loser that he's going to do everything to make this journey a little bit more harder, a little bit more challenging. You know what I mean? He's going to even make you want to give up. Like, I've been feeling that way. Like, I want to give up in my harvest. You know what I mean? Like, you basically even want to give up on the promise while you're sitting in it, because you're like, this is not looking like how I thought. Like, yes, Lord, I see that I'm in my harvest. I see you opening up the doors. I see it all, but like, you get what I mean? But it's all honestly the tact, or the strategy of the enemy, to make you question, like, where am I really, like, you know what I mean? Have I really heard you, God? Am I do I actually hear from you, Lord? Am I actually in the right position? Am I doing the right thing? Am I an imposter? And these are all just attacks from the enemy. So please be aware of that. Be aware of that. And once again, test the spirit for everything. Just test the spirit, and um make sure that the channels you are subscribed to are channels that the Lord has confirmed to you. Make sure you're not just watching things because they're speaking about kingdom marriages, and they're speaking about promotion and acceleration and all those nice things we like throwing around that feel good. Do you know what I mean? But actually, these people are not necessarily powered by God Himself, the Spirit of love. God is love. God is love. So everything He does is out of love. Even the rebuking and the correction and the leading and the instruction, it is out of love. He doesn't humiliate. He will never send any of His servants to humiliate anyone. You know what I mean? Um, God could give you a word to rebuke someone, and He'll never give you a word to call them out their name. He will never do that because He loves us. He loves us. He loved the world. You know what I mean? Yes, we are His children, but He gave up Jesus for the entire world. So just be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Um, because what I just watched, it blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. And it just confirmed to me that, Lord, okay, so truly we are in a time when the enemy is so mad, um that he's sending out things, I guess, to humiliate us. You know what I mean? um Yeah, it's like this is what's funny about what the enemy is doing. There is a great exposure that is taking place, guys. There is. The Lord is exposing people who have been acting like they are walking righteously, but actually they are living an opposite life. He has been doing that. And he's genuinely doing that because he's shifting certain people out of certain positions so he can bring his children who will walk in righteously in those positions. But one thing that the Lord does not do is humiliate us. The Lord does not humiliate us. The Lord does not condemn us. Do you understand what I mean? Any form of humiliation or condemnation comes from the world. It comes from the world. So, but now what the enemy is doing is that he is almost imitating that. He's imitating that, and it's so clear that it is the enemy because there's absolutely no love in it. There's absolutely no correction. There's no yeah, there's just yeah, yeah. There's just none of that. And I just wanted to remind us of that and remind myself that the enemy is truly out to devour us. He will not succeed, but that is his plan. And he's going to use each and everything to do it. I, for one, have been feeling have you ever and it's me just being very honest with you guys. Have you ever just went to the Lord and said, God, I feel weak. I feel weak. And I need unusual grace right now. I don't even know where this feeling comes from. You know what I mean? This feeling to give up, this feeling to almost compromise, but I need you to strengthen me. Do you get what I mean? That's honestly the time we are in because so many of us are in our promised lands and we are so close to obtaining that thing we've been waiting for so long, whether it's your breakthrough financially, it's your breakthrough spiritually, it's your breakthrough in your love life, whatever it is. So I feel like I'm just rambling and mumbling, but like, yeah, so many of us are there, and the enemy is aware of that. So he's using each and everything in under his sleeve or whatever to make this a little bit harder. So if you are one of those people like me in this time who you've been feeling accused and you've been feeling condemned and you've been feeling like you are not worthy and you've been feeling like, you know what, my weaknesses and my shortcomings are a little bit too much actually for me to receive any type of blessing, any type of mercy, any type of grace from God. I just want to remind you that that is not true. That's all I want to remind you of. That is not true. And if in any way in your dreams you've just been experienced a sense of humiliation, of mocking, um, of yeah, just whatever, you know, I pray against it in the mighty name of Jesus. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. May the Lord help us to get our minds right, to get our hearts right, to get our walks right. Whatever is out of place, may the Lord help us to get it right, to get our spirits right, you know, because He's doing what He said He will do. He actually is doing it. And we know that because He's doing everything else. You know what I mean? He's actually doing everything else. So why would he lack in this specific area? And um yeah, yeah. I hope you guys are good though. And I'll see you soon. Be blessed, guys.